This is my original planer slash joiner cart, and it's had its purpose, but it's time for a bit of a change. This cart has been great, but as you can see, it's kind of become a catch-all. Recently, I snagged this crazy deal on this Powermatic 54A. I managed to pick this thing up for a whopping $600. So that being said, I don't need that little grizzly joiner anymore since I have this one. So I'm gonna break the old cart down and turn this in strictly to a planer cart. To get started, I'm gonna go ahead and strip off everything off of the old cart. My plan is to break down the old cart and reuse as much of the plywood as I possibly can. I do use about a half a sheet of 3/4 inch birch plywood just because I wanted the outside of the cart to look as good as possible. I will not be using the old dust collection system I had before. I just had it running on a little shop vac system, but since then I have upgraded to just a cheap Harbor Freight 2 horsepower dust collector, and I'll be running that strictly to the planer and the joiner itself. If you see my last video of me building that outdoor dining table, I have a crazy amount of scraps left over, so I'm going to use a good bit of it for this project. I'm going to take these strips of sapele and glue them up together to make the top of the planer cart. We're gonna go ahead and let the top dry, and in the meantime, we'll start working on the carcass for this planer cart. If you guys wanna see more shop projects like this, please drop a comment below and let me know, or do you wanna just see me stick to furniture builds? I like to do the shop projects because this helps you practice your woodworking skills and try out new things, without the risk of it being for a client or anything. So if you wanna see more of this, just please let me know below. Now that I have all the pieces cut down to size, I'm going to use pocket screws to put this entire thing together. If you have a smaller shop like I do, I highly recommend putting everything that you can on casters. These are just small little 2-inch caster wheels I got from Amazon, and I love them. I've had no issues. They roll around even with the heavy equipment with no problem. I'll make sure to put a link down in the description for these casters. Now that the top has had enough time to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of the clamps, square it up, put some chamfers on the top and the bottom, and put it on the top of the cart. For this entire project, I'm just going to use some good old tung oil. It's durable enough for everything that this cart is going to be used for. I mean, really, the planer is just going to sit on top of it, and that's about it. If you followed this channel long enough, you know that I'm a huge fanboy when it comes to Rubio Monocoat, but I didn't feel like it was necessary for this, so tongue oil is going to be good enough. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and knock out putting tongue oil all over the carcass too. I didn't have any edge banding laying around, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my own, or face frame, edge banding, whatever you want to call it. But since I have enough of this Sapele laying around, I'm gonna go ahead and rip down just the width of the plywood of this Sapele for some face frames. I didn't think this was gonna make as big of a difference as it is, but to me, it makes this whole project look a bit cleaner than I thought it was gonna be. So now I'm going to move on to putting some glue on here and using some 18 gauge brad nails just to hold it in place while the glue dries. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on this cart. Using a combination square, I'm gonna make sure that it's equal distance apart from the edge. I shot for a 1-inch overhang all the way around on this top. Once I made sure it was nice and square, I'm drilling some oversized holes in through the bottom and then throwing some screws into it. I drilled them oversized so if the wood wants to move at all, it has the freedom to do that. This cart will have 4 drawers in it, but I didn't want to have to use any hardware, so I'm going to make my own just wood drawer slides. This will make a lot more sense towards the end once you see how the drawers go in place, but I'm just using strips that will go on each side of the cart on the top and bottom, and the bottom of the drawer will be oversized and it'll slide in that slot that you see there. Speaking of the drawers, it's time to start making them. I'm going to use as much as I can out of the old planer cart, so I'm using up as much scrap plywood as I possibly can, but I always forget just how much wood it takes to make drawers, so I ended up using almost all the scraps I had along with some of the new plywood that I had laying around. If you guys are interested in plans for this planer cart, please comment below and let me know. If there's enough interest, I'll go ahead and make the plans and post them on my website and on my Patreon. If you've made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you. Some of you guys know that I just make these videos after work at night and then sometimes on the weekends when I have free time. If you would like to support me, I do have a Patreon, which will be linked in the top of the description. I try to post updates as much as I can whenever I have free time. If anything, just please drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what you're seeing. Now let's move on to assembling these drawers. Once again, I'm just using pocket screws to put this entire thing together. Now you can kind of see how the bottom is a little bit oversized in comparison to the drawer itself. This will allow it to slide in them slots that we made into the box. With the construction of the drawer boxes being done, I can now go ahead and move on to the drawer faces. I'm doing this by taking a piece of plywood and cutting it down into a rectangle that fits inside the opening of the planer cart. Doing it this way, I can take it over to the table saw and cut down the faces into the size that I want. And doing it on the table saw, it gives me an 1/8 inch gap in between each draw face, which is what I want. With the faces being cut down to size, I'm gonna go ahead and use this cheap jig from Amazon to drill the holes for the pulls for the drawers. I'll make sure to drop a link down in the description for this thing too. It's cheap and it's a little finicky, but it works pretty good. Now this is a trick I learned on YouTube a while back, but boy is it useful. If you want to get even gaps between all your drawer faces, take some playing cards and make one large gap, put all your cards in there, and then you count them out, divide it by the amount of spaces you need, and then you use that number of cards to space out each one of your drawers. This ensures you get proper and even spacing between all your drawers, and then you got a nice clean gap all the way around. Now, using them same holes I drilled earlier for the drawer pulls, I'm going to use screws and drill into the drawer box itself. That way I can pull it out and then drill from the inside and secure it into place permanently. Once I got all the faces onto the drawers themselves, I pulled them out. Now all I gotta do is put some tung oil on them to finish them off just like the rest of this project, and then we're almost done. I'm gonna take some of this paste wax and put it on the oversized piece of the bottom of the drawer just so it slides in and out with ease. I'm doing this on the drawers itself and on the outside. And just like that, this weekend project is complete. If you want to see more shop projects like this, please let me know and subscribe to the channel to see future videos. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, get in your shop, build something, and stay salty.